Hi, my name is Justin Salih. I'm a two-time Brigader with the Queens College Global Brigades chapter. I went on both the Honduras Brigade and the Nicaragua Brigade this past January. It's a very worthwhile experience. From the friendships that you forge with your fellow Brigaders, in addition to the feel that you get as a part of the community, it's just very worthwhile. And for a future physician or future healthcare professionals, I would even more recommend it to you. You get hands-on experience with blood pressure reading and heart rate monitors, and it's just very fulfilling. In this past January brigade in 2013 to Nicaragua, there was two portions, the medical dental portion as well as the public health portion. And the public health portion is actually the real hardcore dirty work. You get down and dirty. We actually built a house in the middle of the mountains for a small family, and we actually completed all the walls to the house and everything. So all they had to do was put the roof on. So it was just very fulfilling to see the family and that you actually make an impact on their living situation and making it better for them. Just to see their faces at the end of the day, it was great. So even though I don't really speak a lot of Spanish, it's been a while since I've taken it, since high school actually, I didn't really find the language barrier to be that much of a big deal. I felt a part of the community. They embraced me, even though they didn't really understand what I was saying to them or couldn't carry on a conversation. It's the little things that counts in the body language. And if you can do that with somebody you don't speak a language with, then imagine the person you can actually speak with here in America. Even though you couldn't really communicate with them, the language barrier wasn't actually a barrier. So that was very surprising to me. One of the greatest things about the experience is the bond you form with your fellow Brigaders. One of the things that actually brought all the Brigaders closer was the living conditions, and they were both a positive and a negative. Like at first, when you get there, you see all the bathrooms scattered, and you have to walk along to take a shower and everything, and it's like everybody's hustling and struggling to get acclimated to the new conditions. And then, but towards like the middle of the week, you're there, like you really find yourself, because you're going through a common struggle with your fellow Brigaders, and you're asking them, hey, did you see the lizard in the bathroom? Like, I was like, were you surprised by that? Or the dog that you saw like on the way to the bathroom? Like it's kind of scary at first, I'm not gonna lie, but it just made the experience like a lot more worthwhile, and just to see that type of lifestyle, and just it created stronger bonds with the people that you were doing the brigade with. It's only a 9-day trip, and you feel like coming out feeling like you know the people for like a month, and it's just wow. I still keep in contact with many of the fellow Brigaders that I went on the brigade with for both brigades, even though some of them didn't go to QC. We still keep in contact, and it's just very rewarding to have extra friends and build a network through this. Aside from the public health, there's also the dental, and the dental can be very hands-on, whether you're teaching kids how to brush their teeth and you're basically in their mouth trying to work the toothbrush, or you're actually doing a tooth extraction. And I have a funny story about tooth extraction. I was actually helping one of the fellow dentists, who are very friendly, by the way, even though they might not speak English all the way, who are very friendly, do a tooth extraction. And he basically just told me, oh, here, hold this, and he had the clamp on her tooth, and I was just holding it, and I was like, but it was just the experience, just to say I did that. It's just phenomenal. So one of the best aspects, aside from just the experiences that you get, is that you get to see international perspective of medicine and just the living of other individuals, and to see how maybe possibly subservient it is to your conditions. It makes you thankful for what you have at home, and makes you all the more also want to pursue a pre-health profession if that's your interest at this point. I also remember on the last day of the medical portion of the brigade, the whole community that we worked in, they got together and they put on a little festival for us, where they got random people out from the audience, and they had us dance with them and participate in their cultural dance. And this just really made me feel very appreciated that my efforts weren't a waste, and it's just like they really welcomed me, and it wasn't just like, oh, here's some medication and you can leave now. But it really felt like I really felt like I was welcome there. The community, if I wanted to come back, I'll be welcome, and it really was just very, very appreciating. And I'm happy to be a part of the community. I really felt a part of the community. It was a very nice going away gift. public health portion, like you're doing a lot. Like you can either be on building latrines, which are like hygiene stations, or you can be doing a bigger project such as building a home or a multitude of things, or a cabin for a family in need. So it's very it's a lot of hard work, but it's again, it's like that's one of the most fulfilling aspects of it, because you see at the end of the day, like, wow, like you actually see the fruits of your labor. Literally, you see a home built or a station built at the end of the day, and getting to carve the QC name into it, just to know that QC was here, QC built it. It adds to the fulfillment of it all.